and from media. It's an irony that today, under very different circumstances, that I'm here in the press club. But nevertheless, I think it's important to leverage upon a situation for finding out ways and means how we get out of a crisis, get out of a situation. I will circulate this brief note that I have prepared. This is in relation to the instances of discrimination and cases of atrocities that have been often brought to our notice time and again in different parts of the country. Now, it is important for us to understand that the sense of discrimination or instances of discrimination that are placed by any sections of people actually goes against the spirit of Article 4 to ensure unity and harmony and, more importantly, the integration of the nation. Therefore, the recent instance of the suicide of one of the students of MIT University, which coincidentally happens to be a piece of mine, notwithstanding, what is important today is to ensure that necessary stringent steps are taken to allow the provisions of law of the land to be followed, proper investigation to ensure expeditious disposal of the case to bring out the truth. And that itself is going to be a strong message for any such people who have very limited knowledge about the huge diversity of this great nation, and thereby will be a deterrent to any such people who have the inclination to become a perpetual, habitual offenders in this regard. And this particular instance has also somehow made me feel that there is a need for a greater engagement by all the stakeholders, the policymakers, the governments, the media, all the stakeholders in the field of education, which includes the students who are the largest stakeholder of this particular sector, and the authorities of various institutions, universities, to ensure that a law is put in place which will require stringent enforcement to basically address the issues pertaining to the insensitivity of the authorities and administrators of various institutions and the universities. We have seen that universities and institutions often end up ignoring issues of safety and balanced development of students due to mindless pursuit for achieving. Oh, thank you. Sorry. The mic was just in front of me. I'm sorry. So what I'm saying is that what we see today around us is that universities and institutions often land up in pursuing the objective of achieving their name and money, subjecting the student community in this regard, in this case, to unnecessary stress, thereby create a situation to build up their brand. And when they are in a position to build up their brand at the cost of students, ultimately they can come up, which we have been seeing over the years, to structure fees which is higher, and thereby a situation is created where the most important component of ensuring a balanced development of the student is often diluted. Therefore, a law to this regard is required to be put in place for the overall interests of the education system. I have been receiving a number of SMSs, messages from friends across the country, wherein people have said that this tragic instance, which relates to the reported loss of life of one of the students of Northeast, must be basically taken up seriously, and this instance must be utilized for actually engaging the people of the country to ultimately come up with an appropriate law which I was just referring to, so that we have a better environment
Parents, whoever send their children for pursuing their higher academic pursuits, feel comfortable and secure. At the same time, the need of the law is also to address the insensitivity and the engagement for actually achieving their name and money. So this is something which I am following up. I have already written a letter to the Honorable Union Minister for HRD, and I would be also taking up this same issue with other chief ministers, and therefore I would appeal to all of you for a larger engagement to ultimately come up with an end result which would be conducive for enabling an environment of academic atmosphere